that in extreme sports, people who are involved in extreme sports and injury is probably their own responsibility, and they should cover for their injuries themselves. But we say that is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you participate in extreme sports or not, it's still sports, and the public healthcare system should still cover you, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that we see no difference in normal sports and extreme sports because ultimately it's just sports, and risk is involved in every level of sports, ladies and gentlemen. Be it soccer or be it bungee jumping, the amount of risk is still the same. The amount of risk is still there. It's just that in bungee jumping you have higher level of risk, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that risk is in every sport, and when you get injured in any kind of sport, it's because of your own responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. So that it's unfair to segregate these people who participate in extreme sports and do not give them the public healthcare system, ladies and gentlemen, because you can still get hurt in soccer, ladies and gentlemen. It makes no difference whether you get hurt in soccer or you get hurt in bungee jumping, ladies and gentlemen. These people still thank you. These people still no thank you. These people still need the public healthcare system. And they also say that these people can actually go to private healthcare. So what if there is private healthcare available? Public healthcare services should be for everyone, and there should be no biasness or segregation in this providing healthcare. No, thank you. Providing healthcare for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. And also, they brought up the point that the tax they have paid is not enough. But we see that these people who participate in extreme sports have already paid taxes for an amount of years, ladies and gentlemen. So we see that this should be enough to cover their expenses. And we also see that these people who participate in extreme sports and get injured and are in need of the public healthcare system are a minority, ladies and gentlemen. So we will not actually weaken the healthcare system. And also we see that the US healthcare system is already very weak. And by narrowing it down to these people who only need it, you're going to weaken the healthcare system even more, because more people are going to turn to private healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. So for the sanctity of the US public healthcare system, it should be open to everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Now moving on to my point. My first point will be that the participation in this sports does not make them any less of a citizen, and also that this becomes a deterrent for these people to actually participate willingly in the sport. And my second speaker will be speaking about this actually is an extra form of punishment for these people who participate in the sports. Now moving on, we see no impetus in the current to change the current policy, ladies and gentlemen, because we see no problem, because we see that sports or extreme sports is still sports, and there is still a level of risk involved in every kind of sport. The only minute difference is that in bungee jumping, you have a little bit more of risk, ladies and gentlemen. So a person subject to getting his life lost or his limbs lost is the same, ladies and gentlemen. If he's careful in what he's doing, he will still be protected. And we see that, and he's still be protected. You can get severely hurt in soccer, but you still get come out, all well in bungee jumping. So we see no difference, and the public healthcare system should be applied to all. And we see that the participation in this sport does not make them any less of a citizen. The job of the government is to provide for all and to protect all, ladies and gentlemen. So by segregating these people, it's unfair for these people. It's unfair to these people to go on paying taxes, go on contributing to the economy, working all their lives and contributing to the economy, and not being able to lean on this healthcare system when they are in dire need of it, ladies and gentlemen. We see that this is very unfair. Yes, ma'am.
We see that. This person here, he's already taking part in high-risk sport. It's his choice of having it. And we see that he is not denied of other public healthcare services. He still can take that.
No, thank you. Well, the motion clearly said he's denied of every public healthcare services. The only thing he can go to if he is injured in extreme sport, according to your policy, is a private sector, ladies and gentlemen. And we see that is not fair. The public healthcare system should be for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. We know that there's a higher risk involved in extreme sport, but we see that's not a problem. So what if there's higher risk involved? It's the same as having soccer and breaking your limbs, ladies and gentlemen. The only difference, there's no difference from a man playing soccer and bungee jumping, because he still contributes to the economy. He's still a very important pillar in the society. So no, thank you. He's still a very important person in the society, and it's unfair to deny the basic right of welfare to him, ladies and gentlemen. No, thank you. And it's ultimately the country's responsibility to protect this person and to provide for whatever he needs, whether he's involved in extreme sports or not. It is the country's duty to protect him, ladies and gentlemen. With a weak healthcare system or not, it is the country's duty to protect this person and to give him the healthcare services he needs, ladies and gentlemen. We see no we see no problem in that because all these while they have been providing and they should be providing, ladies and gentlemen. For example, if we go with the proposition and for example, we go with this proposition, and what if this person is severely injured and is not able to provide healthcare system for himself? Are you going to let this person die, ladies and gentlemen? So we believe that in this case, it is the government's duty to protect everyone, whether he's in action sports or not. And also, by denying healthcare services, it's a deterrent for these people to practice their interests, ladies and gentlemen. He might be very interested in bungee jumping and skydiving, but because he's denied of this public healthcare service, he might not pursue it, ladies and gentlemen. So actually putting a block to this person's interest, ladies and gentlemen. And my second speaker will talk more about how that's important for this person to go on with his thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. So what have I told you today? I've told you that there is no impetus to change the current policy, and also that public health service should be open to all because it's the government duty to protect every single citizen. And just because they participate in extreme sport does not make them any less of a citizen, and they still contribute to the economy, so they have the right to the public healthcare services, ladies and gentlemen. So we see that there is no problem with the status quo. Please stick with the status quo, ladies and gentlemen.